ever wonder how people drop weight fast on Zepbound and Mounjaro? I'm going to reveal secrets revealed on today's episode. Hi, beautiful friends. I have lost over 103 pounds on the last 2 years. I just had my 2-year anniversary of being on Zepbound and Tirzepatide weight loss and Mounjaro, the combination of all three because of the shortages. And on today's car episode, because we're in a blizzard and literally my house is too loud to film a video, I wanted to do secrets revealed. Many of you guys had asked, how did I drop weight? I had pockets where I dropped it very quickly and also pockets where I've dropped it slowly. Use my scars, like what is that? Take the lesson, not the scars, of what I've been through the last 2 years to help you on your weight loss journey. So make sure you stay till number 7 secret because it's a game changer. Let's go ahead and dive in. So dropping weight quickly. A couple of qualifications and disclaimers. One, I'm not a healthcare provider. I don't pretend to play one on the internet. Always talk to your own healthcare provider. All the links I'm going to be talking about will be listed down below in the description link. But losing and dropping weight quickly can attribute to loose skin. For sure, for me, it's part of the reason why my legs look like Play-Doh. Not Play-Doh, dough for bread. They're doughy, honey. Like, let's just keep it real. And that's because I had pockets of where I lost a ton of weight quickly and subsequently loose skin. For me, that's not for everybody, but for me. So I always like to get that disclaimer of dropping weight quickly, that it's not always rainbows and butterflies. But I do think having that confidence, because I lost my first week, it was over 10 pounds on Mounjaro, which is Zepbound, same thing, did 2 different FDA approvals. I'm going to use those interchangeably in this video, but they are 2 very different things in terms of FDA approvals, which relates to insurance, but not the actual drug itself, is both Tirzepatide. So losing a half a pound per week to 2 pounds per week is a healthy cadence and rhythm. And so number 1 for me, the biggest secret of how to drop weight quickly is check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check your portion sizes. And I need to use my I statements for this whole video because this is my experience, strength, and hope. Portion sizes to drop weight quickly, for me, dramatically changed. Dramatically. And the sooner I got on that portion size train, choo-choo, the better the weight fell off, the less painful it was. It wasn't painful, but you know what I mean. It made it so much easier with the weight loss. By having portion size. So I went from having like, no joke, I say this every time and I'm like, people think I'm kidding. I'm like, I'm not kidding. It was 3 platefuls for like dinner or a meal because I'd go refill. What's it called? Helpings, 3 helpings full. To now, typically, frequently, not all the time, definitely not yesterday, but I just had my shot within the last 24 hours. Now I'm like super appetite suppression. It is 3 o'clock and I haven't eaten anything today. And it's because I am not hungry. And yesterday I ate a ton, right? And so I'm going with what my body and the body cues it's giving me. But when I do eat, it's going to be on a salad plate. So my portion size is 3 helpings down to 1 small salad plate full. That for me, changing my portion sizes and really writing that out and learning what that looks like for me has been imperative to drop weight quickly. Like, I'm not eating as much, therefore I'm not consuming as many calories, right? And this is this is what's worked well for me. You do you. And so I want to share, some people have massive appetite suppression and some people don't. We're going to talk about that too. Number 2 secret revealed to drop weight quickly with the Zepbound weight loss, from my experience, strength, and hope, is having nutrient-dense foods. Truly, it sounds so crass when I say it, but when I have nutrient-dense foods, and forgive me for being crass, but we're just going to say it, you're 1 poop away from having your weight loss goal achieved. Like literally, maybe the scale's not moving because you haven't pooped. And not to be gross about that, but it's true. And so eating and consuming nutrient-dense foods for me has been a game changer. Making sure I'm having 25 grams of fiber, best I can. Some days like today, I'm not going to hit that at all. Like, I'm not hungry, but on a quote average day, trying to have 25 grams of fiber through vegetables and through fruits, game changer. Like game changer. And protein. And having carbs too, but having nutrient dense food and looking at that protein, for me, my like focus, protein, fruits, and vegetables. I feel so good with the combination of those. It's a game changer. Having nutrient dense foods, huge game changer. Number 3, I cannot eat my way though through having all the nutrients I need. I just can't. And so most people can't either. So one of the biggest things I've done is have my daily vitamin, which is Gem Bites. I'm obsessed with them. Literally, it has in there, let me take it out of the pouch. The pouch is 1 week's worth of your vitamins, and it's real food. It's not pills or synthetic things because those don't absorb quickly. They come and they look like these. Look, it's like real food in there. When I talk about nutrient dense foods, one of the things is I had a blood panel recently, and on that blood panel, it's like my nutrients were exceptional. Like there wasn't deficiencies. Why? For me, it's been Gem Bites. It's made such a big deal. For example, having the bone protector in there with chickpeas, that is actually from vitamin K2. I had a bone density test done recently. You know what it was? My bones are looking good, which sometimes can be an issue for people who lose weight quickly, like with Zepbound or Mounjaro. And so I was really concerned about my bone density. It's great. And so having things like Gem Bites, because of the chickpeas in there with the vitamin K2, game changer for nutrient dense foods through Gem Bites, because I'm not going to be able to eat my way through that. The other thing is their mushroom. It has mushrooms for vitamin D2. It helps with bones and mood. Right now we're in winter. There's snow everywhere. It's ice everywhere. And so having that mood boost, like I'm so grateful for it. So grateful for it. Gem also has Eat Your Energy and Eat Your Calm. They're like chill out bites. I love them. So I'm going to link all that down below. Go to dailygem.com/queen. Use the discount code QUEEN, QUEEN, at discount to get an extra discount on your checkout. You can check out their daily vitamins, but also their chill out bites and their energy bites. They're amazing. Also, they're more bioavailable because you're eating real food than like synthetic pills, synthetic vitamins. I've done all that. You probably have seen those in like when I started this Zepbound 2 years ago, things were a lot different than they are now. And so as I continue to evolve and have the best of the best, this is one of them. So go to dailygem.com/queen, use the discount code QUEEN, take advantage of it. And I'm so grateful I'm having real food that's more bioavailable than synthetic pills and vitamins that are full of things that are not easily absorbed into my body. Tip number 4, because of all the side effects, I'm not eating as much. And so it's kind of a weird one of, I don't want to have too many side effects of where I'm like in super pain, right? Like if I'm on like vomiting, feeling like I'm so nauseous on there, then getting like a thing like Zofran from my doctor, talking to my healthcare provider of like, hey, of course, here's my side effects. Always want to be in communication with my healthcare provider on my side effects, so they're in the loop. But I don't shy away from the side effects. The most common ones, and I'm not talking about like some of the severe ones. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about diarrhea, constipation, nausea, or vomiting. 4 most gastrointestinal, most common side effects. And so that's where with the side effects, I don't shy away from those, because when I have nausea, I'm not eating as much. If I'm having diarrhea, I'm not eating as much. And so that has helped me drop more weight. Having diarrhea can lead to like fake weight loss, meaning I've expelled stuff. Again, not to be gross or crass, but with diarrhea, for example, it's going to drop my weight. That's going to change the scale. It's not really real weight loss. You know what I'm saying? But I don't shy away from the side effects now. I actually embrace them. And I'm like, okay, this is part of it. And I will happily trade having diarrhea, constipation, nausea, or vomiting. I'll happily trade those to have the 103-pound weight loss that I've had and the life that I have now. Being able to ride horses, being able to buckle an airline safety belt because I can, being able to play with my kid when he asked me to go shoot hoops outside because I physically can go do these things. To be able to wear leggings, for example, to be able to wear dresses, like all of these amazing non-scale victories as a result of embracing the side effects of like, okay, I'll take the rose with a thorn. And if I have to have a little bit of diarrhea or constipation or nausea or vomiting, I'm going to take that. Although legit, Gem Bites help totally because it has ginger in there. It helps calm my stomach. Tip number 5, embracing the fullness. Embracing the fullness. That felt like such a foreign concept. I had forgotten when I started this medication what full felt like. It was such a weird feeling. You know what I'm saying? Tell me in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. Like being full and being like, I put my fork down. This was in like 24 hours of taking my first injection 2 years ago. I put my fork down and I almost started to cry. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? I'm full. This is what full feels like. Hallelujah. Can I get an amen? Like it felt so amazing. I felt like Superwoman. I'm like, oh, This is what the population feels like when they're full. Whereas I have gone through most of my life being like, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, and being on all these diets with restrictions. That's why for some of these things, really embracing a nutrient dense where nothing is off the limit and off the table for me to eat. It's making the choices though with that. And so embracing the fullness of when I do feel full, being like, I'm full, fork down. I'm practicing that. That's taken some practice for me. Maybe I'm slower than the average bear. Yeah, I'm a turtle. Fellow turtles, embrace. If you're a turtle, put the emoji turtle down in the comments. And that repeat, by the way, that is, I get that as one of my Zepbound side effects of where I'm like talking and I do that. That's has become quite common for me. You see it probably in most of my videos of where I'm talking and I'm like, let's just keep rolling on. Let's just keep rotating. So embracing the fullness, that's tip number 5. That's one of my secrets of literally leaning into that. And like today, I don't have to eat all of these meals. Yesterday, I ate quite a bit. Actually, I ate more than my calories and I was getting really bummed on myself. And I was like, today, I'm going to lean into how my body's feeling. Now, this can sometimes get me into trouble of then where I overcompensate, I wait too long, and then I'm like ravenously hungry. I have had that, and I'm sharing that because it's been a major balancing act for me of like, okay, that's what hungry feels like. This is what full feels like. And being on this medication for 2 years, my appetite suppression has massively changed. It was the feeling of if I ate, it felt like food was up to here. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Of where, I was so full that if I ate anything, it felt like food literally came from my stomach all the way up and it was like, I would have vomited. I don't have that anymore with that appetite suppression. I feel it today. I'm like, I'm full. And after I film this video, I'm going to go eat something delicious. Some high protein and some fruits and vegetables. I got a huge Costco order with my name on it and I cannot wait to have a big salad. Like I'm really legitimately, I'm like, who is this person? But yesterday I had eaten so much that today I'm like, okay, I'm good. Like, so embracing the fullness. Tip number 6, not feeling full. Well, for me, it's checking my protein. How much protein am I consuming? When I first started this, 50 grams of protein was what I was doing. I now have 125 grams of protein most days. Is that for everybody? No, that's my experience, strength, and hope. Some of you have different other medical conditions where you cannot have that much protein. But I would talk to a dietitian or test your body out and see how it feels. How does lean protein feel for you? When I started having protein, I had a ribeye steak and I almost blew through my pants, not to be gross. I don't know why I'm on this train today of being yucky. I'm not trying to be yucky. I'm just trying to keep it real here. We're keeping it real here. Royal living, meeting real life at the gammas of shopping. But if you're not feeling full, maybe it's a protein thing. And for me, the other thing I learned was I wanted to do protein through real food, right? Like that for me, and not have protein shakes and not have protein bars. Y'all, I've leaned into and now embrace protein shakes and embrace protein bars because it helps prevent muscle mass loss so I can be stronger to lift, but it also keeps me fuller longer because of the protein. And so I want to encourage you, maybe it's a protein thing. Like maybe you don't need to increase your dose. This is why you need to have a really good relationship with your healthcare provider. Join Fridays, use the discount code QUEEN. Having a good relationship with your healthcare provider, because maybe you don't need to titrate up. Maybe it's just you're not eating enough protein, right? Or maybe it's you're finding proteins, if you don't like the way it tastes, trying other proteins. Like I love shrimp. I think shrimp is amazing. I did not like chicken. Chicken breast to me is so disgusting, but I will eat chicken now. I used to not even eat chicken. Now I will eat chicken. I have a ton of chicken, but it's already been pre-made and like seasoned and all that stuff. I'll eat it though. And so this is all of that. I'm sharing all of that for my journey to help encourage you to find things you love. I love having frozen shrimp in my house because on a whim, I can just make some shrimp. It's low calorie, it's high protein, and it tastes good, and I'm full. Right? So what do you have? Maybe it's a pack of tuna. Maybe you just want to have a packet of tuna or a packet of chicken, the chicken packets, you know? What was that? Jessica Simpson, the fish under the sea, the chicken of the sea, of having tuna or actual chicken like in a can, maybe having those. But to feel fuller longer for me has been a secret, and it's not this monumental thing, which quite frankly, most secrets aren't monumental. Like they're really just small. This is the encouragement part. They're just small incremental changes. Don't pole vault over a mouse turd. Like literally, not to be crass. That's like the motto of the video, but like small incremental changes. And for me, having such a disordered perspective of food, it had to be these monumental leaps. And what I found is it's not monumental at all. It's literally small, daily, consistent changes that have changed the whole game for me for 103-pound weight loss over 2 years. When I could not stay on a diet and I gained back all the weight that I had lost. Here on YouTube, you can still see some of those videos. I'm huge. And I mean that in not a mean way, but factually, I was a big lady. And now losing 103 pounds, it's a miracle. Truly, 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 truly. So tip number 7, I told you to wait till tip number 7. It was going to be a game changer. This is a game changer for me, is changing my water. Now you're going to say, oh, that's too easy. It's not that. It's just because something is easy or just because something is simple doesn't mean that it's easy. Changing my water has been so helpful for me. And I've realized, because it's snowing outside and icy and we're in this big blizzard, I like hot drinks and embracing the hot drinks. And if that means I'm having a decaf coffee or a decaf tea, I count that as my water. Someone was debating me in the comments, and if this is you, I mean no disrespect or shame. I'm not trying to be mean, but I count that as my water. That's me. And if people, again, pole vaulting over a mouse turd, for me, what is the most important thing at the end of the day, right? For me, it's calories in, calories out, and figuring that out with a healthy perspective of food, of where it's not disordered eating on that. For me, someone being like, oh, tea doesn't count as your water. Get out of here. Like, I don't mean really get out of here, but I mean, like, for me, that is not the lens in which I'm looking towards. That is not the most important thing. My kid was just doing a project for his 3rd grade class, and it was like, find the most important thing out of the list of these things. What is the most important one of these? And so being able to identify for me on my weight loss journey, what's the most important thing out of all these list of things? Seed oils, not that big of an importance to me right now. Maybe someday it will be, but I think that a lot of it's industry hype to get people to click on things, and it makes, anyways, that's a whole nother topic for another day. The tea thing or the coffee thing, that doesn't count towards your water. Like, for me, whatever, like, I'm hydrating through not eating a food choice instead. Because for me, I needed, and this is the whole point, this is the point, is replacement. I can't eliminate, I simply have to replace it with something else, right? Walking 2 to 6 miles per day didn't come at just starting that new habit. I replaced it with something else. I really enjoy walking my dogs. And so that replaced sitting in front of the TV, basically. And so it was a replacement. But how did I make it sitting in front of the TV, of feeling that, like, good feeling of sitting in front of the TV walking? Was literally, I yip yap with my friends and I voice note the whole time I'm walking, most of the time. And that makes it so fun. And they voice note back to me and I listen. And that's really, I have, oops, I'm like shaking my whole system here. Ooh, I literally have my earbuds in here for me to go walking in my pocket, so then I can just pop them in and do voice notes for my friends back and forth. That's my friend time. So it's still social like TV would be, but I've replaced it. And so water for me, that was the whole number 7, is finding a replacement. Water has replaced the eating of food because I'm really full and I don't need the food. But the old habits, old patterns, old beliefs need a habit to replace. And the water has become that. So it's not just about replacing with water. You guys know I'm obsessed with LMNT electrolytes. I love them. Right now, my hyper fixation is the orange packets that they have. Oh my God, they're so good. I'll have 1 stick, but in 3 40-ounce tumblers. So I divide it throughout the day, and I have like 120 ounces by noon, typically most days. I'm finished today's yet. It's 3 o'clock, so I got to get on that. But because I've had a decaf coffee, a decaf tea. I do decaf because I don't need the extra caffeine. It makes me jittery. And so I'm sharing that of what can you do to make it exciting for you for water as a replacement. And water, and having my cute Sip Sip Hooray tumblers, and I have tumbler coasters and like all that cutesy stuff. I have Valentine's Day tumblers that just came and they make me so happy. Like, make it fun. We do not have to be purist of 1700. Okay, I was going through my family genealogy and we found out that our family were related to William H. Macy. Shout out. We have the same 11th generation grandfather, great 11 times grandfather, William H. Macy, and we do. And so I was learning about purist culture because I found out that my my 11th great grandfather was for religious freedom, and I was so proud, like in Massachusetts. Anyways, I digress. Fun fact. So not eliminating, but replacing with water is the whole point of this whole thing. I don't know. You guys learned a fun trivia fact. Who famous am I related to? William H. Macy. And so I wanted to share that with you guys too about like replacements. What can you use the water analogy? And this is your game changer. Use that as a water analogy, but for other things within your weight loss journey. I'm sure that there's something you want to eliminate. Maybe not eliminate it, just replace it with something else. And for me, that's what walking has become. And water. I have a whole water shelf. Like it's become fun for me. What tumbler will I pick today? What electrolyte will I pick today? Like it makes the whole process a lot of fun. So what can be fun for you? Because if this is fun, it will be sustainable. If this is drudgery, if this is not fun, you're not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So I want to encourage you, get out there and walk, even if it's cold. By the way, this is a Columbia jacket. It is, I'll link it down below. I'll link it down below on my Amazon shopping list or its own link. It's so hot. It's expensive, but I've had it for years, which I need to get a new one because it's too big. And now I'm like, oh, but I'm going to wear it out for the rest of the season and then I'll buy a new one when it's on sale. But if you're looking for a winter coat, because it's literally today, it's 5 degrees outside with the windshield. This jacket's amazing. It's got like heat paneling, like it's exceptional. It's exceptional. It's very dirty though. The white one, don't get it because it's, you can see all the dog stains. It's kind of gross. Before I donate it, I will dry clean it because it's got stain. Like it's been well loved. It's been well loved. And it also shows all of my makeup on the thing. I'm like, oh, she wears a lot of makeup around. I don't have any today because I had my Ozempic face laser procedure, which my face is really, really red from that. So I love you guys so super much. Okay, our emoji of the day. Our emoji of the day, which if you're new, emojis of the day tell me that you made it this far in the video. It's my bat signal to pray for you. If you don't believe in prayer, uplift you in positive thought. Our emoji of the day is a gem or a diamond. Do you guys remember Gem from when we were kids? Gem, Gem is my name. Do you guys remember that theme song? Am I the only one? Papa, can you hear me? Like, does anyone remember that show? So our emoji of the day is gem. And number 2 is your accountability question. What are you doing today to move you closer to your goal? I think my kid's coming outside. Like literally, there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide in the middle of a snowstorm. I'm going to the car to go film so it will be quiet. And literally he's like spying. Okay, the Duke is like, Mom, I'm sure he needs a snack. Snack time. Any other moms or dads out there were like, oh my God, I'm gonna 15,000 slits. What is that? 15,000 cuts through snack. What is that? Death through 50,000 cuts. No, I don't. Okay, the video's taking an interesting turn. So our emoji of the day is a gem, and then it helps me to get to know you better because of the pattern recognition of seeing your name over and over. If you're just starting Zepbound, make sure you check out my resources also in the description link below. I have a ton of free stuff on countessofshopping.com, my gift to you. Hundreds, like at least 500 YouTube videos. Go back to my old videos. Binge watch them. In fact, I love when people comment on my old videos. They're like, I'm binge watching your old videos. It makes me so happy. To help motivate you from when I was on it. You can see the difference of what I look like. I don't look like how I know. My face is puffy and also because of the laser procedure, it's really red. But you can see I've changed so much. It's crazy in the most amazing, beautiful way. And I love you guys so super much. And I'm praying for you guys so much. Please know that you guys are always like, before I go to bed tonight, I thank the Lord every single day for this community. This Countess of Shopping community is not only smart, encouraging, loving, kind, hardworking, determined, solution-focused people. And you also make me laugh more than anyone else. You guys crack me up on a daily basis. Literally on Countess of Shopping Instagram, someone posted it was here on YouTube. It was on a YouTube short video because I started doing YouTube shorts. One of y'all, literally, I was busting out laughing like so loud. The cat came over and he started laughing and we were laughing at your comment together. So I told the person in the comments. So if that was you, you were really funny. And I love this community for that. I love that journey for you, Moira. I love that journey for you. Okay. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'm Countess of Shopping. Count my blessings because life is delicious. I love you.